I want to ask you about a special promotion here between you and Miller Lite, and that is OperationHomefront.net/Texas. What's going on with this hold?
What we're doing is actually supporting the veterans that have come back from war, and whether they're from different types of wars or the current war, but it's a big effort that Miller Lite has put together to support our troops here in the local Texas area. And so this is all around the Texas race. We've done this the last 3 years, and it's a cool program because we bring a bunch of the troops to the racetrack. I've got a helmet painted up with the blue camo on there, and we're just making a difference for the men and women of war that have come back. And so I know when you've had some tough times, a good way to wash them away is with a Miller Lite, and so we're helping support these guys.
And if you want to learn more about it, we encourage you to hit up OperationHomefront.net/Texas to get all the information that you need to get. Now, we've actually had your bro on before. He's called in, and I think he hated us, but that's okay. I mean, we fought through it the best we could. But so I imagine, I know just brothers in general are competitive. Do you have any extra competition going with your brother? What's that relationship like?
It's developed over the last few years. In the beginning of time, it was no problem. He was in my rearview mirror. No problem. I had him handled. I could beat him. And then as of late, he's been out in my windshield. I can't catch him. And so it's been fun to watch him grow and mature as a racer. And he's doing great. I mean, had an awesome year all up until the chase. And so I hate to see that for him. I have a great relationship with him. We love to race with each other out on the track. And he's almost like a teammate that you can count on all the time because he is my little brother. So we're here to help each other and race each other hard, because the first thing I do at the end of the race is make sure I finish in front of him.
Right.
All right, so in 2006, you probably hear about this all the time. We get asked questions about it. GQ Magazine, a list of the most hated athletes. Terrell Owens is on there. Let's see, Barry Bonds. And then number 3 was your brother. And being that that's your little brother, are you thinking, hey, guys, you just don't get him, or do you understand how it's gotten to that point, or can you just tell us how you feel about that?
Yeah, there was a typo, because that was me.
Oh, really? Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah, that was Kurt, not Kyle. A lot of people I got my parents to thank for that K debacle. Both having the first name that started like that. But no, that was me, and since that was 2006, I was with my old team in 2005 at Roush Racing, and they wanted to really send me off with a nice gift, and that was they called up this magazine and hooked me up with top 3 of
Is that really the story?
That is the bottom line on
Come
what
on,
happened.
really?
I swear to God, they really wanted to make an impact to hurt me long term with my image and all that.
Well, the other thing, I mean, for Ben and I mean, Terrell Owens is like one of our all-time favorite players, so we thought that was quite an honor.
It is, in a sense.
To be in there with Barry Bonds and T.O.
It just matters what spin you want to put on it.
So do you still talk with your former team owner, or what's that relationship like
I've
now?
never said one word to him, and he can't say one word to me. He is scared of me.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So if you had the chance, would you get into some little...
Hey, we came here with Miller Lite as a gift. About 2008 stuff.
Right. No, I'm right there with you. But you come in here, you bring beer, you seem like a super nice guy. I don't think of you along the lines of T.O.
Yeah, that was tough. That was
Barry
really
Bonds,
a hard
ridiculous.
hit, because I was scratching my head going, wow, what did I do to deserve that title? And I've always been a team player. I felt like when I was at Roush Racing that I helped my teammates race hard and tried to help push them to victory, and that was evident with this year at the Daytona 500. I had an option to go high, pass my teammate on the last lap. I don't think I could have made it around him, and so I stuck with my teammate Ryan Newman. We finished 1-2 as a great team at Daytona, winning the Daytona 500. So being a team player is what I've always been about.
See, I think people, that just follow team sports and stuff like that, just think of it as an individual sport, but that's really not the mentality. I mean, obviously you want to win every time, but there's a team sports element to it as well that, goes along with any of the other major team sports.
In NASCAR, it's a little different. You work with your teammate, and the philosophy that I've always adopted is, hey, there's 7 days in the week. We work together 6 days, and then we go race on the 7th. And so you have to be out there as an individual driver, but you're working for your team, but in a sense, it's all of Penske Racing, so we want to help each other drive.
All right, you got to be honest. When you came in first and second with your teammate, was there any Talladega night shake and bake jokes that happened at all after that?
You ain't first, you're last. Oh, for sure. It was great. I mean, just that whole experience to be that close to winning the Daytona 500 and knowing that I had a little bit of a hand in it, pushing my teammate. I don't know. I'm hoping I got a few more years down the road where somebody will line up behind me and I'll have a chance to do it. At Daytona, you can't do it by yourself. You got to have everything come together. And so, yep, we're here for a few more years. Maybe it'll line up.
Now, he was asking the movie question. What about away from the track? I don't know how much time you get to spend away from it, how much stuff you got going on away from the track. You movie head, you watch other sports. What's some of the stuff you do in the downtime?
Yeah, I haven't caught up with many movies lately, but big into college football as of late, and my PR guy, Tom Roberts, is a big Alabama fan. My old PR guy, big Alabama fan.
Roll Tide.
Checking out the SEC, and I actually went to school in Arizona. So I went to the University of Arizona, so I like the Pac-10. And so USC's been strong. Arizona's had a good year. Just checking up on those games. I'm a big diehard Cubs fan, though. And so baseball, I was suicidal in the playoffs.
Well, all right, so Mark Cuban, the owner of our Dallas Mavericks, we're talking about him possibly buying the Cubs. Do you have a thought on that one way or another?
Yeah, I don't know if I agree or disagree. I like the guy. I think he's very energetic about his sports. I think that he's made an impact here in Dallas with the Mavericks. Is he ready for Chicago? That's a tough town. So,
yeah.
You got to do things right if you're going to do it, and he will up in Chicago. So I'd like to see it happen. We've got the team, we've got the coach. I just don't know why we don't have that magic. I'll
say this about Mark Cuban. It's a lot like Jerry Jones here for the Cowboys. If you have an owner who all they care about is winning the championship, they don't care. It's not a business deal. They don't have a real estate deal tied to it. They just want to win. I mean, what's wrong with that, right?
Yeah, that's what you want.
Kind of the same thing in racing, right?
You want a guy that's going to drive the car to win, and you want an owner that's going to do whatever it takes to win.